I want to welcome you back to Mo Talk, who's
All right. Welcome back to another unfiltered episode of the real Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where bold truth gets aired out and sugarcoating gets no airtime. It's your sis behind the boards, Banath Shalahaya, keeping the engine running. And as always, I'm joined by the dynamic duo, Shir Yashub Judah and Ayo Ben Yahoo, two brothers bringing fire and facts every time. Tonight, we're stepping into the deep, no fluff, no filter. You know how we move. Bold topics, real talk, and unapologetic truth. And of course, we've got that signature segment, Beyond Critical Race Facts. Or if you prefer, Transcending Essential Heritage Details with Evidence teed up for you. We even have a little sports to spill for you. So wherever you're posted, car, couch, or the cut, focus up and guard your spirit. Because once the mic's hot, there's no rewind. This is the Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. Let's ride, brothers. The mic is yours.
Man, which one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's good to be here. It's good to be here already in the house. Want to say shalom to the family. Jamil the Trunk Rattler, Black T3.
Yeah.
Sister doing some good things over there, man. I don't know if y'all been checking it out.
Check it out.
I'm always happy to catch the replay because for
Yep.
some reason, I know I'm subscribed, but I never get the
Get the
notifications,
notification.
man. I
YouTube play too
never
much.
get the notifications, man.
YouTube play
But
too
when I
much,
see,
man.
yeah, right. Obadiah Yahoo, brother, I was jamming coffee this morning, man.
That is my favorite wake-up song.
One of the best true songs, period. One of the best songs, period. And I tell
was on
Aku
that
to
coffee.
face that. Coffee, one of the
Not
best
to his
songs
face.
ever. To his face.
To his
That's
face,
a hit.
yeah.
It is.
And I stand 10 toes down on that.
You're my coffee. Hey, you want me
That
on the
beat.
remix? Just hit me up, I got you.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't even have to acknowledge.
You on the remix?
My baby want to sing so bad. Bless his heart. Right, that part. That part.
I got you. Hey, you can get the number from my by Keith.
Remix. Put him on there.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, but it is good to be here, man. This is going to be the last week until the 1st of November. We'll be back that second week in November. Am I correct? That's when it is? The second?
That's when it is.
We off the first week and we off the second week. We'll be back the third week in November. Ain't that
No.
right?
Second week in November.
Yeah,
So
there
we
you
just
go.
going to be out 1 week? No, that's 2 weeks.
No, 2 weeks.
No, that's next week and then the first.
And then the next week after that.
Okay, yep, there we go. Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, okay.
Not the
Yeah.
She hit you with the bless your heart.
I mean,
Bless your heart.
bless your heart. Yeah. That's never a good thing in Texas.
No.
This is exactly why we need a break.
That's
Look,
never-
I'm telling you.
Hey, that's just as bad as if you hear an old lady tell you that your baby look like a peach. That's really her way of saying your baby ugly.
Not the ugly baby.
Ooh, that's your baby. Bless his heart.
Bless his
Yeah.
heart.
Oh, look at his shoes.
he got some cute shoes.
It's such a peach.
Ooh, such a peach. Oh, I just take them
peach.
home with me. You be like, boy, you got some
yes, indeed.
mud boogers.
So do not feel good if an old lady tell you, bless your heart, and your baby looks like a peach. She just told you without telling you, your baby is ugly.
It's not that attractive.
Got a face for the radio.
It's time for break, y'all. It's time for break.
That's a whole Texas thing, Jamil. That's a whole Texas thing, man. Yeah.
Indeed it is.
That's a whole Texas thing.
Know it.
All right, man. That's enough for comedy break.
All right.
Shalom fam to die joining. Yup. Everything the Shaka Boom made it said.
Yeah.
You walk through the door. Don't do that.
Don't be lurking.
Passing collection plates.
Yep, don't be lurking. Or if you're gonna lurk, at least hit a like button.
Right. Hit the like.
Make a comment or something.
Right.
Let us know you're breathing.
Let us know. Yeah.
All these.
Hey, why you say that? Did you see that? Did you see that dead person that they had standing up, man, at that funeral, dude? And then, okay, I posted it on my
So you doing
wall.
what's strange in the news?
I don't know if you want to get it's strange though. They had that joker standing up in the corner, and then they had that joker sitting down. And I was trying to figure out how in the world they get the dead person from standing up to sitting down, man. Yeah. Say, man, you know it was us too, dude.
I was just about to say it.
You know it was us, man.
Oh,
well, you know, that's a new, well, I won't say new trend, but that is a trending thing now where you have people staged in situations that are like they're known for. Like I've seen one where somebody's on a motorcycle. I've seen one where somebody's in a car.
That was before work.
I've seen one where somebody is, like you said, kind of staged in a corner, dressed up in his little swag, or whatever you want to call it.
He had on some Dickies and some shades.
Some sunglasses. Yeah, man.
Yeah, these people crazy. That was Mexican. He was Mexican. He was a Bato Loco forever, Holmes. Over there. Standing up.
What do you tell them on Friday? Mi soto, mi rotos, comenotos, pesate, mi rotos. Guato.
Yes, indeed.
All right, I'm done. Go ahead, but not.
All right, so let's do a little sports spill. So we're rolling into week 7 in the NFL. NFC East, Eagles are standing at 4-2, Commanders 3-3, Cowboys 2-3, Giants 2-4, NFC South, Buccaneers are 5-1. Falcons are 3-2, Panthers 3-3. Saints are not marching in. They 1-5.
They pimp stepping in. They ain't marching
something.
Nowhere.
The 49ers are 4-2. Seahawks are 4-2. This is the NFC West. Rams are 4-2. They tight over there. And the Cardinals are 2-4. And then the NFC North, Packers are 3-1, Lions are 4-2, Vikings are 3-2, and the Bears are 3.
I think that's the most. Is that not the most competitive conference?
NFC North.
In the NFC.
NFC North.
North. Yeah. What the South look like again? NFC South.
Buccaneers 5-1, Falcons 3-2, Panthers 3-3, and Saints 1-5.
Nah, that ain't. And the NFC South is normally pretty competitive, but this year is, but I would think the NFC West with the Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals, and who the Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals, and the Rams are competitive, and the NFC North with the Vikings.
Well, the 49ers and Seahawks and Rams are all tied. Right. Cardinals are 2-4. Yeah,
I think so. Right. You got a tie for first place, and then you got another one in last place. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Also, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, because the Bears normally 1-5 or ain't won no games. They a game above 500, surprisingly. So,
surprisingly, for sure.
Detroit, Minnesota, Green Bay. It's going to be
Detroit going to be dangerous again this year, man.
Yeah, they will.
I think the AFC is wide open. I'm still saying, man, and I may sound foolish, if if the Ravens can stay afloat just a little bit, steal them a game while Lamar's still out.
Because they schedule coming up for the next 6 weeks is they should win the next six games.
Right.
But like you just said, Lamar's out. So
Lamar is out. And that's the difference in a game. Me and my wife was just talking about this, a game-changing quarterback and a bus driver. Well, I don't want to say a bus driver, okay? Because that a game manager, game changer, a game manager. I don't want to say a bus driver. We was talking about Jalen Hurts. The last 2 weeks, Jalen has been called on to win the game for Philly, and he has not been able to deliver. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the knock on him, though. He's got Super Bowls, but people just like, in those Super Bowls, your coaches called a near perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
So you was able, as the quarterback, to be a game manager. You didn't really make any outstanding plays. That's what's asking him. What's asking him is not to lose the game, not to win it, but not to lose it. So, and that's why I say that's not a knock, because
right.
I can't manage an NFL team.
No,
that's still something that 90% of the population can't do. You dig what I'm saying? And so, I just don't. But you look at Baltimore without Lamar, that's a game changer. Dallas Cowboys without Dak Prescott, even though our defense, Dak is keeping us in them. Same thing it was with Tony Romo. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those are, you know what I'm saying? These are game changers, man. And as much as I don't like Baker Mayfield,
I know what they bro. I've never liked Baker Mayfield.
Man. I gotta give him his props though. He balling.
He balling.
Yeah. I got a question though while we here on sports. And I have not asked this, and I've been meaning to over on Mo Talk, but I'm gonna ask you guys what y'all think of this. You know the trade that just went down with Cincinnati and Cleveland, right? Mm-hmm. Cincinnati went over, and Cincinnati said that they went all over the NFL looking for them a quarterback, and they finally rested at Cleveland, and they got Joe Flacco, who threw 6 interceptions. He had a horrible quarterback passing rating in the games that he played for with Cleveland. He looked every bit of his age, right? Do you guys think am I just making too much of this? Do you guys think that it's strange that they didn't even stop at New York to ask about Russ or even Jameis Winston to come over there and help them?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
I go ahead, Ayob. I'm sorry.
With Russ and Jameis, they right now in their careers, like Jameis can put. Being from Florida State, he's always been this guy that can put a string of games together and give you the best 6-7 games. You be like, man, he balling. And then it'd be 2 or 3 games that they really need. And he just like the game that still holds the Florida State fan base to this day. They won the championship. Then in the first college football playoff, the next year, Jameis just had a bad game. He had a lot of stuff going on. So, the crab thing and the whole grape thing. So I think that wasn't a coincidence. And then Russ is the same way. Up in his career, I think Cincinnati was like, man, we'll rather trust Joe Flacco with the wheel to the bus than them two. My opinion, and I believe y'all would agree, I would have went after Jameson or Russ.
One of them. I would have.
Because Joe,
especially with the performance, because you got to look at this. Put performances of this year with Russ and Flacco, and I know what he did. It was against the Cowboys. No defense, show up defense, right? But this dude, damn near put up 500 some yards, man. He still is, in my opinion. And I'm not I'm not a Russ fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an anti-Russ guy. I ain't got nothing against him, but I'm just not like I'm on his bandwagon, put it that way. Right. But Russ is still, in my opinion, a quarterback that's still one of a threat when it comes to throwing a deep ball, man.
He's definitely viable.
You know what I'm saying?
He can keep you in a game.
And then when you talk about Jameis, I'm like you. I'm like dead spot on with your viewpoint with Jameis. Jameis will come in, man. He'll light a fire. He'll light a fire in that whole locker room. He'll get that whole locker room
About
believing
5,
that we
6
can go to the
games.
Super Bowl. 5, 6, and then all of a sudden he'll forget how to play.
Yep. Think it up for 2 or 3 games.
He'd be looking like what's his name on 5 Heartbeats? Eddie.
He'll ball out 6 games, high pass rating, no interceptions, 7 touchdowns, the ramp, and then for 2 or 3 games, they'll be ready to put him out the league, bro.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they just like, you know what? Let's just
But you just need him until
you need him for 7, 8 games, maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all you really need him for.
That's it. So I don't know, man. I ain't nowhere in the world I would have went and got no Flacco.
Joe Flacco, boy, he is not it. He can't even move.
Flacco, yeah.
He 5-step drop and he's stuck.
But you got to think about it and tell me I'm lying. When he was in his prime at Baltimore, only thing he really had was that arm. He couldn't move then.
Nope, he couldn't. But look at the defense he had.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
that defense was literally averaging 3 points. Like nobody was scoring over 1 touchdown on average.
Right. Exactly. So, Joe Flacco to me was a Jalen Hurts then.
Yes.
Just with a team with a much better defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Just don't lose the game. That's all. We just don't lose the game.
So. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. We in week 7, so you got a few more weeks to week 10. You got some injuries gonna come.
I think you tried to implement it the first time and we forgot about it. When we come back after our break, we're gonna start picking. We're gonna have us. We're gonna pick. We're gonna pick throughout the season and see who. We're gonna see. We're gonna keep tallies and see who. See who win. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
all
what's
right.
up.
Well. The only team right now that is laying goose eggs is the Jets. They are 0-6.
Oh, Aaron Glenn.
Who they coach?
Aaron Glenn. One of us. Former player.
I would mess with my wife.
Oh. Them Jets.
On to the next topic. So the NBA kicks off October 21st.
Yep.
What's next Tuesday? I gotta hear y'all laughing. What you think?
NBA kicks off October 21st.
Okay.
Next Tuesday.
Man.
Some big changes that have happened. I don't know if y'all knew Russell Westbrook is back for his 18th season and he signed a 1-year deal with the Sacramento Kings.
Yep.
Malcolm Brogdon officially retired just a month after signing with the New York Knicks. Yep, he retired. And then LeBron James will miss opening night due to sciatica.
Ain't that an old man problem?
Listen.
Tell me, is that not an old man problem?
I'm not going to say it's an old man problem, but it definitely happens when you reach a certain age. It is more prominent when you reach a certain age.
LeBron, if you listening, you're going to catch Joe Biden. Keep on. You're going to be 100.
He's going to be 125 before he know it.
Right. Y'all,
but I'm gonna say I'm finna go off into my conspiracy too, though, y'all. And I was talking to my wife about this. I think I was. LeBron probably scared to retire, man, and I'm being dead serious.
Nah, that ain't no conspiracy.
Because when LeBron retire, it's gonna be time for him to start paying back some of his debt, man. And because you got to think.
Oh, you going there?
Yeah, that's where I'm going. Like I'm being dead for real. You got to look at Magic had a debt to pay with his son. Wade had a debt to pay with his son. Jordan, he had a debt to pay with his father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talking about the greats here, you know.
Yeah.
And Did we mess up, baby? Are we
Yeah,
good? We good?
Okay, we back.
LeBron has been crowned the king, and I'm what I'm saying. I'm being for real, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. This is one of them, like, this dude can go off into the sunset and he can retire, live happy with Savannah. But you gotta look. He got a beautiful wife that know how to stay out of the news. He got 2 healthy sons that are doing good. You know what I'm saying? And he has had the NBA in his back pocket his entire career. How much can you give for free is my question. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we haven't heard nothing from his mama since what she did with Delonte West. You know what I'm saying?
Delonte been homeless after that.
Been homeless.
We just talked about him.
Yeah,
we just talked about him the other day.
Yeah, he going viral again because somebody was filming him and didn't know who he was talking to him.
Right.
Thinking they were talking to a regular homeless man, and he was telling, "No, I play with LeBron James." They was like, "For real?"
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm being for real, and like I say, I hope that I'm wrong.
Great point.
Kobe, I forgot about Kobe as well.
Kobe,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kobe had he had a price to pay, man. And so, you know, I really hope that I'm wrong on that. But man, it's like, and he probably know, because a lot of them know this is what you signed for. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't making statues of you for nothing. But like Mashiach said, what profits a man to gain the world and to what?
Yeah, lose his soul.
Lose his
soul. Yeah. So that dude probably gonna try to keep playing until
they're gonna change the Lakers to the 76ers. LeBron James gonna be 76.
76.
Out there with a walker shooting the basketball.
Right? They're gonna change the rules for him.
Yeah, you know how you be talking, LeBron, you gonna retire? He be doing that. I ain't going nowhere no time soon, man. You 80.
No time soon.
80 years old.
Don't worry about that.
Bro.
Still got it. I still got it. His grandkids gonna be playing.
Yeah, like, bro. And not Brunny, but Bryce. Bryce ball in the
Arizona. Nice.
He ball in the Arizona, bro. They had their open tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bryce, nice.
He look good out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look good.
Nice. Very nice.
Look good.
All right. So the last thing in our sports spiel, Mark Sanchez. If you hadn't heard, former NFL quarterback and current Fox Sports analyst Mark Sanchez found himself in some serious legal trouble following a violent altercation in Indianapolis earlier this month. So according to reports, the incident began as a dispute over a parking spot outside a hotel and then escalated. Sanchez allegedly used pepper spray on a 69-year-old truck driver named Perry Toll, who says he acted in self-defense, stabbing Sanchez in the upper torso. Sanchez was hospitalized in critical condition, but has since been released and booked into Marion County Jail, facing several charges, including felony battery resulting in serious injury and public intoxication. He's now out on bond and awaiting a pretrial hearing scheduled for November 5th. Meanwhile, Toll has filed a civil lawsuit against Sanchez and Fox Corporation, citing emotional and physical damages. Fox Sports hasn't commented yet on Sanchez's future with the network, and Sanchez says he's focused on recovery and cooperating with authorities as the case unfolds. I don't know if you saw that man in the hospital. That man was beat up, and how you can beat up a 69-year-old man. Mark Sanchez has to still be in some kind of decent shape.
Yeah, and Mark Sanchez is 6'3", 235, solid. Like, he ain't no small dude.
Way. Yeah, ain't no way.
Yeah, cut the check, Mark Fox.
Yeah,
cut the check.
Yep,
because
gonna cut it.
Now the reason dude is suing Fox, you would say, well, what Fox got? They just his employer. Well, imagine, like sis just mentioned, imagine laying in the hospital bed with a cut on your cheek where you could stick it's a hole in your cheek where you could put a piece of paper through, with a neck brace on, beat up, and every time you turn on the TV, Fox is reporting that, showing your picture, even though it's blotted out of you sitting in the hospital. So this now Fox is liable because they kept reporting on it, kept talking about it. So now dude is like, yeah, that's traumatizing seeing that. So if Fox would have kind of kept quiet about it, they would be okay. But now, as the corporation, cut the check. They're gonna have to come off that money.
Do you think Mark is going to be done? I mean, obviously, pending on the outcome of what happens here, but do you think he's going to be done as a sports analyst?
He need to be done right now.
Not what he need. Is he going to be?
And that's a great question, and that's where I was going with this. Remember what happened with Prime Time? I mean, Playmaker, with his altercation in Colorado when he was there on assignment. Mark was on assignment too, by the way.
Yeah, he was.
I think this is another reason why he's suing Fox too, because he was on assignment for Fox. He was
there to work.
Right?
Yep.
He was there to work.
Yep.
And the Playmaker was in Colorado working the Super Bowl, and they immediately took him off of that assignment off of he say, she say. He sent him back and ain't seen nothing else from him. They did not wait for an outcome or
no police report,
none of that.
Went off of her word.
They went straightly and solely off of her word.
And she was lying.
Mike did the right thing, which was even though his attorneys was telling them to be quiet, but you know how we is. You know how we is.
And you know how Mike
is. If a nigga lying on me,
what?
It ain't nothing you gonna do to be able to get me to be quiet.
I'm gonna get my story out. You is not finna tell me to be quiet. Now that nigga lying or she lying or they all lying because this is what happened. And that's exactly what Mike did, and that's the right thing for him to do. And you saw what the outcome is. How Fox apologized to him. How Fox offered his job back. Mike sued Fox. As he should. I said all that to say with Mark Sanchez, he should already be unemployed. And I know what you said it's not what he should. I know that's not the question that you asking, but yes, he should be done.
Of course.
Is he gonna be done?
Look, the fact that they have not taken any steps to do anything, they haven't even spoken on it yet. They haven't given any kind of feedback on it yet. That right there tells me a whole lot about Fox's mentality with this situation. Either they're going to wait to let it play out, see what needs to happen, see how it affects their pockets, how it affects their ratings before they make a decision. But the fact that they've done absolutely nothing yet.
And Mark Sanchez is nowhere near the type of caliber of character that Michael Irvin was on the show that he was on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So they go to show you what Zachariah say, that we are a nation what? Undesirable. Nation undesired. Nah, what they'll do is if this thing come out and he some kind of way squeak his way up out of this thing, they gonna hide him for a little bit, and then he'll probably do a podcast like everybody else. And then
he gonna resurface somewhere.
He'll resurface somewhere else, just like Root is right now.
Right. Because everybody know Mark Sanchez from the butt fumble, and I know we got to move on, the infamous butt fumble. But let's go back real quick. His first 2 years in the league at the Jets. They went to the AFC Championship game the first 2 years, and he was balling. But then to be remembered, next couple of years, they was doing bad, and he fumbled the ball, picked it up, started running, ran in the back of his lineman, and fumbled it again. Yeah, Mark, I don't know, boy.
Yeah.
This might be it.
It's going to be interesting for sure.
Yep. It definitely is.
Dude got a hole in his cheek, man. Dang, I ain't seen the pictures.
Slice.
What Mark hit him with?
That man, that man is 69 years old, 5'9", 185 pounds.
Take a lot.
Wet. Mark is 6'3", 6'4", 235, 240. Yeah. He slammed the dude up against the wall.
He must have crashed out over that parking spot, boy.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Parking spot.
Parking spot, man.
Parking spot. You a millionaire. You a millionaire, bro. And now you just made dude a millionaire. But hope, it ain't all about money. I hope he has a speedy recovery. Elder man get well. This man was doing his job.
Boy, stop. I'm sorry. Moving right along. So in our talk amongst yourselves segment, we have another NFL player that's in a situation. This one is insane though. So Wesley Lisi, former linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals, filed a notice claim against the Mesa and Phoenix Police Department demanding $1 million settlement. This is after he and his daughter were detained when Arizona police pulled them over after they were searching for a 19-year-old white man involved in the shooting. Now, had the police simply pulled him over and then released him after they recognized that he was a 53-year-old black man, that would have been the end of the story. However, the police decided to have Mr. Lisi and his daughter pulled from the car, laid face down on the ground, and handcuffed, and detained them for quite a bit of time. I want to say 30 minutes, maybe an hour, before they finally decided, oh, this can't be the person we're looking for. What gave it away that that wasn't the person you were looking for? The fact that he's 53, the fact that he's bald, the fact that he's a black man. Help me understand how none of those things you identified as him not being the suspect.
They confused JJ with a white man on Good Times.
You know what?
I mean,
but yeah.
The same. Wow. They went down there.
Go look it up though. Go look up the video and see. That's just put in Wesley Lisi.
What was he driving? They was driving a white Benz. Am I correct?
Correct.
Police officers for real. Tell me I'm wrong. But the majority of police officers get super upset when they see black people in expensive. It do something.
It just do something to them.
And I get that. My issue though is you pull him over. I guarantee you, because he had paper tags. So here's my thought process. I'm an officer. This dude is in a
white. It was a white Benz. I don't know.
A white Benz. I'm not sure what class, series, whatever. Yeah. So was the suspect. Okay, cool. He also had paper tags. Okay, cool. You got to pull him over. Figure out who this is. As soon as you pull him over and you realize this is a black man, he should have been on his way.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
But they made him get out of the car, made his daughter get out of the car, made them get on the ground, and they handcuffed them.
Listen.
Help me understand why that was even necessary.
It's not.
You don't even remotely fit the description.
It's not necessary.
It's not necessary. Yeah. That's why the next morning, everybody it'd have been the fastest name change ever. That police department would have had Ayo Ben Yahoo on the front of it. They would have had to change the name of the police department, everything. So
he is suing, but right now he's doing a it's a demand. He sent out some demand first for the $1 million, and this is a precursor to the actual lawsuit.
Yeah.
Because
there's no excuse for that. Yeah. Remember when we got stopped that time? We left the house going to get something to eat.
Yep.
And Mesquite police pulled up on us like bad boys, like they were filming.
Woo!
Boy, I was like, what in the? Now, I knew I ain't do nothing.
Right.
And it was the same thing. It was a mistake, and they didn't pull us out the car. They kept us there a couple of minutes, right, to make sure, to get on the radio or whatever. We sitting there, man, and they let us go on about our way,
Well, that was after a couple of jokes, though.
Yeah.
Well, because you asked, why did you pull us over? Yeah. Well, you fit the description. Well, what was the description?
Right.
Well, you fit the description. I said it must have been a handsome and a beautiful woman there that y'all were supposed to be pulling over.
Yeah.
So.
Man, that's exactly.
All praises to the Most High, though, that it didn't go down this way. But.
All praises. Cause boy,
that was just straight hate, though, man. That's exactly what that was. That was straight hate. They knew that they had the wrong person. Police, I believe, and we're gonna get into it a little bit later. When they are granted that authority, they take it above and beyond, and they do what they do because they can. And so instead of them going to look for whom they are looking for, murder suspect at that, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, then. They want to spend time with somebody that they know is not the people. You know what I'm saying? This is a 63-year-old black man with his daughter. 53-year-old black man with his daughter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Because ain't no way it took them 30 minutes to get the description back from dispatch.
Nah.
They already had it.
Right? Like, what did they?
It's the reason they pulled the car over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I said I could see you pulling the car over because of the type of car it is, the color it is, and the fact that it had paper tags.
Maybe they
this got to be our car.
Picture of the suspect. It was a black and white picture, and they couldn't.
Okay, black. Okay, you know what? Well, in more black news.
It'd been Jamil. They wouldn't even have to put police department on it. It'd have been IO.
Just straight IO.
People been like, what is IO? What is that? They'd have changed the name the next day. I'd have had my money.
Bad boys.
IO.
It's just been IO.
All right. Yeah. So another
no cracker officers.
Black harassing news. So a Florida mom, Ariel Barner, is speaking out after her 5-year-old son, Owen, got caught up in a homeowners association nightmare in Orlando's River Chase community. Owen was playing on a magnolia tree near the bus stop. Public property, not the HOAs, but the association still labeled him a public nuisance and slapped the family with a $382 fine. Ariel claims the HOA president, a white neighbor, has been recording her son every morning, raising concerns about the racial bias. After going public on social media, the story has gone viral, sparking debates about HOA overreach and racial discrimination. Ariel is now considering legal action and even joining the HOA board to push for change. At the end of the day, why do we want to be where they don't want us?
Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.
I mean, I feel really bad for this lady, but you are in an area, in a neighborhood where you are not welcome.
And now you want to join the board.
They don't.
To make changes. Where we get this mind state from that?
Because we trying to do what they do to us, but it don't work. It never works the same way.
That's right.
It never works the same way.
It doesn't.
It was not meant for it to work.
Of course.
Thank you. We're going to get the beyond critical race theory and facts is exactly that. They don't want, man.
Ain't nowhere in the world I want to be here, man. You know.
Listen, me and my wife are looking, we look for land and to, purchase real estate. Anything we look at that's got an HOA involved, I don't care if it's 1 million acres for $2. We don't want it. We don't want it.
For $2, though?
That you buy that and build
I don't think I want it either because it get too something ain't right with that name.
Buy it and sell it.
Yeah, right. The HOA, they don't want us around. They don't want us there.
That's the purpose of the HOA.
That's right. Thank you.
On the cool. But I'm gonna tell you, here in Texas, though, some of these neighborhoods, it's good they got HOAs because some of our brothers from the South, boy, they'll put them a pink picket fence in front of the house. And
I could even live with pink. We had some neighbors that painted their house orange.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And have a couple of chickens running down the street. So it's good. Some of these neighborhoods down here in Texas, it's kind of good they got HOAs. I'm just saying because you got to keep some kind of order, man. We can't be having orange and yellow houses on the street, man.
It was insane.
There has got to be a stop somewhere to this madness, man. Just because you can, you know what I'm saying. But orange is my favorite color. Okay, but it's
not on the house.
Not the neighborhoods.
Not on the house.
Right? Not on the house.
Not on
your car, your garage. Not on the house, player.
Not on the house.
Not on the house.
So yeah.
Man, HOAs, bro.
Wow, HOAs is something else.
Yeah, they are something else. They be stealing folks' money too for no reason. Yeah,
I think you have people that just sit up and try and figure out what they mad about. It's a bunch of Karens, and Kens sitting in a room, mad about different stuff, and decide they gonna make up some rules. Well, we don't like the fact that they park their car on the street on Tuesday mornings.
Yeah, like what is
We're gonna make a rule: you can't park your car on the street on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
all
so it
all
can't be super overt.
right? All the Kens and Karens that was on the student body council in high school and middle school. That's what they are.
They didn't have no friends.
Didn't have no friends and wasn't popular. Now they on the HOA. You gotta
Yeah.
get that sign off in front of the front yard. It's 2 feet away from
You
the
can't
road.
have that there.
Like what?
Yes, indeed.
Crazy.
All right. And last but not least, and talk amongst yourselves, our old buddy Jason Whitlock got called a token.
Man.
So far right commentator Nick Fuentes recently attacked the conservative media personality Jason Whitlock, calling him a token, and it said that he was being used by white conservatives to appear credible on racial issues. Whitlock responded on social media, defending his credibility and rejecting Fuentes' claims, of course. And I don't really subscribe to anything Nick Fuentes said, but I was right there with him on this one.
Right.
I agree 1,000%. He is definitely a token.
You don't have the video, do you? And I didn't.
No, I don't.
Yeah, if you had
just go look it up. It is worth it.
Nick is actually mad. He was right 100% that's what he is, but Nick was mad. Have you seen the video?
Big mad.
You have seen. He was mad because Jason Whitlock could say the stuff that he wished he could say that he can't say because he's white. So I said, boy, hey, they gonna be mad at us. Even when we talking what they want, they still
mad.
Still upset.
Never satisfied.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is about as bad as old boy that's no longer with us. But
CK.
They all kind of be going in on us. You know, so him going to Jason Whitlock, that ain't nothing new, but I mean, do he got a point?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
He got a point.
Yeah, that's what he's not wrong.
He just it's the way he went about doing it. He mad like I said, he just mad because the stuff Jason can say, Nick Fuentes wish he can say.
He could say, yeah.
He can't say it.
I thought he was gonna pop a blood vessel.
Yeah, I thought it was so hot.
But Jason said something for the first time ever that I was like, dang. Talking about Dylan Gabriel ain't got no business on the football field, and they need to go on to push the door out there, man.
That's
I could not believe. I had to listen to it 2 times to make sure
you heard it right.
It got to be AI. This is not no Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock gonna get mad when he find out somebody done use his name, likeness, and images
to say that. Because he used to flame Shador and them at Jackson State and Colorado. He never said nothing positive about them. That's why I was shocked too. I was like,
yeah.
I said the same
Somebody
thing.
Must have paid him.
I said
that got to be
AI. That's AI. Yeah. I said, ain't no way he said that, but
hey, ain't no way.
Come
All right.
On,
All right. So Erica Kirk is back in the news. Matter of fact, she's never really left the news. She hasn't been out of the news since CK's unaliving. So Erica Kirk, we know she stepped into the leadership position of Turning Point USA. Republicans are hoping she can bring young women into the party, building on the groundwork by her late husband. Charlie laid the foundation with young men. Her focus is on faith, motherhood, and biblical womanhood. And they're hoping it resonates with supporters who see her as a role model and an inspirational leader. The issue is she's trying to connect with Gen Z women who generally prioritize social issues, climate, reproductive rights, which are the complete opposite of what Miss Erica Kirk is trying to bring in. You guys think this is going to have enough of an impact, or that her platform is going to have enough of an impact on those Gen Z women that they're trying to bring into the Republican Party?
You had an interesting take when we was talking about this the other day. I go ahead with what you were saying. You said you don't think
it's a tough hill to climb to answer your question, Banath, and this is the reason. That demographic of women, basically the Gen Z white women that are now about to be 18, just turned 18 and voted, against Trump, and the 22 and 24-year-olds that have voted once for either voted for Trump, but now they on the fence, or they voted for Trump and can't stand him now because of the whole grabbing by the P and being the convicted with the felonies, the whole the way Republicans and conservatives feel about the abortion thing. Like, that's why it's a tough sell. But like I was telling Ock the other day, the way they can do this now again, we're talking the political atmosphere. There's no the biggest scandal is what works in the political arena. Hear me out. It's a tough sale unless they can go to any HBCU and find the conservative version of Kamala Harris. That's when it'll work. Because now you have a conservative kind of Candace, a younger Candace Owens, same talking points, but from an HBCU. So now she can connect with the young white voters that are about to turn 18 for the midterms and about to be in college, or they're a freshman or sophomore in college and will just be graduating or will be a senior in the next couple of years. You get a conservative version of Kamala Harris, because the white women are not going to listen to Erica Kirk. They will, but not. They want to get this thing in mass. They want to get the way our women voted for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. You talking about 85%, between 80 to 90%. That's what they want. Having, because he's probably lost the Latinos with this whole immigration. That demographic is gone. They're not going to vote in waves like that, like they did this election, up in the 80th, 90th percentile. If you want white women to come up from 60% up to 85, 90, you're going to have a light-skinned, conservative type Candace Owens, young, energetic, touring with Erica for this turning point thing. That's the only way. That's the only way they're going to be able to do this in the mass, because 60% is just not going to cut it. That's what they vote now. White women. It's not going to cut it.
You answered my question too, because when we was talking about this the other day and you said HBCU and to find that token, I couldn't understand what you were saying, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, so who are you saying they're going to target? So what you saying is get that token to target the white women. Because everything that this regime is doing, along with the offing of CK and the ushering in of Erica, is for white people. That's what I was talking to somebody about the other day. Everything that you were seeing being done is for white people. They're not doing anything for anybody else. And really not just white people. This is going to be honest, white men. This is what they are. This is what they are really doing. But they still need that Gen Z white female vote. So, okay, so now I see what you're saying. Get that token sister that could go out there and talk that talk to those white women. But this is where I see it's going to be a tough sell still, because everything that they do, they got to have us to get it done. First of all, they can't get nothing done without us. So this go all the way back to the Vietnam War, right? This go all the way back to Vietnam. It was a lot of stuff happened during Vietnam War, people. It's like, if you ever want to go into a study of how things in America start changing, just go to Vietnam War. In that time period, it was so many things that began to change and morphed into where we are now. And one of those things were white women being tired of being Jane Cleavers.
Yep.
And if you're old enough to know what I'm talking about, you know, Leave It to Beaver, right? Which is the stay-at-home mom, doing nothing but having babies, making sure the house is clean, making sure the food is done.
Running the HOAs.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And having no identity outside of their husband. So now you talking about in 2025 and beyond, where women now financially are more powerful than they ever been. And because this is one of Erica Kirk's talking point for women is her role as the CEO of Turning Point USA is to go back to the traditional gender roles, which is the biblical womanhood, her approach different from traditional policies and focuses on political outreach to connect with women and especially women and to bring them back to what you would call traditional values and motherhoods and focusing on family. White women had a problem with that then. This is where women liberation came in. This is where the battle of the sexes came in our culture because white women drug our women into their fight that was not our fight, and we did not understand that we was being drugged into something that didn't have nothing to do with us. Our women never had a problem with our men. Never. Because our men treated our women what? With love and respect.
Admiration.
Admiration. But they got to listen to them white women who husbands treated them like crap. Nice way of saying it. Because that's how they looked at him. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the typical old white man. Who look at women as no value except for sex slave.
That's it.
So I think that it's going to be hard to bring to even get that demographic of women. And as much as you see our women out here doing what they do on social media, I believe that you could probably get our women to get back to traditional values before you can the white woman. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Now, remember, that was the conclusion of our conversation the other night. You hit it up. The reason it's going to be a tough sell and beyond for the token, just imagine a younger, polished HBCU version of Candace Owens. Ooh, but the thing, like Ox said, TikTok, social media is what's going to wreck that. And they know it. They know it. They know that our women have these huge platforms, on TikTok that can combat a younger HBCU polished version of Candace Owens. That's what they're scared of. So listen to this real quick. Harlan Hill, which is a powerful politician, white male, older white male, a little bit younger than Donald Trump. He says if Erica could solve this, it is monumental.
That's
Harlan Hill, a Republican consultant. It is potentially, listen to their verbiage. He says it is potentially greater than anything Charlie ever did. And it's exactly, I think, what Charlie would have wanted. You see the play? So they're going to use her. But they, like I said, social media, like Ox said, we got enough of our women on TikTok ready to get back to the black, so-called black man, ready to be married, ready to raise our families. And that right there alone, that's why do you think they trying to take TikTok over? Because China,
so they can control the narrative.
There you go.
It's so many sisters, man. I was talking about this to a brother of mine not long ago. As many sisters as you see that's on there that's exploiting themselves, you got just as many sisters on there that's talking that good talk, which is learning how to be submissive and coming back to the traditional values of what a wife and a woman is supposed to be: submissive and calm and nurturing. You got them, but TikTok and these social medias do be trying to hide those women, man. I mean, they want to push that bull crap to the front. Now, when it come to white women as a whole, now you do got rednecks. Just like it's different of us, it's different of every other race.
There you
go. And when I'm saying rednecks, I'm not saying this in a derogatory way.
Right.
They're rednecks. Redneck women know how to be good to their men. Y'all down there in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got some rednecks down there that know how to be good to their white men. I was at a new construction place a dude was opening up, putting in a BA. He had a guy working for him doing some of his drywall and stuff that was in the place. His girl came in, right? And we ain't gonna even mind the fact of how she looked. She wasn't the best looking thing, best looking knife in the drawer, right? But the way she came in and dealt with her dude, these white people, these Gentiles, the way she came in and dealt with her dude, it wasn't nothing but admiral. She said, baby, you need some food? I'm finna go get you some food. I just got through driving to Louisiana. I had to go to Houston. I had to come back to the house. And then I said, I got to go make sure that my man got some food. I was like, dude, you got a winner. You know what I'm saying? You got a winner. But the majority of white women that's trying to climb that corporate ladder, man, they ain't got time to be talking about, man. And even Erica Kirk herself, all of this, look at what she's doing right now. Is she not putting her family after the doing away of her husband?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Is she not putting her family on a background to be the CEO of Turning Point USA?
Yep.
So I mentioned this the other night to you. For those of you who have not ever watched The Handmaid's Tale, go watch a few episodes of The Handmaid's Tale.
I wouldn't expect no different, Shaka Boom. No different. I just had go ahead, baby. You better feel the same way.
What Erica Kirk is doing right now is exactly what happened in Well, is exactly what happened in Handmaid's Tale, right?
Yep.
There were so many things that the country was doing, so many things that were happening behind the scenes that one of the main characters was the spokeswoman for all of the changes they were trying to make, trying to get back to traditional values, all the different things that Erica Kirk is preaching is exactly what Handmaid's Tale is about. And I will tell you that Generation Z, who has been watching Handmaid's Tale, they all have a problem with what happened in Handmaid's Tale. So to y'all's point, it is going to be a very slow, tough, uphill battle for them to get those Gen Z women to turn around. They are more likely to turn around our women. And to get them to start going back to traditional values. Because like you said, you see more of that now than you see some of the other stuff. More women are talking about getting back to those traditional values, but that Gen Z white demographic,
they ain't trying to hear that,
it's
man.
gonna be tough. What they're gonna get is more white women turning into Karens. That demographic they already got. They already got. Just because they don't want us in those positions.
That's it. That's all. Just because they don't want any. This is why you have private companies now. We say this all the time. A lot of your colleges, the reason the tuition is high as it was because Reaganomics in the late 70s and 80s, everything went private. Cause why? Just so us couldn't have it. That's it. We don't even care if we got to pay for it, just long as they can't have it. Whether it was public pool, public schools, it didn't matter. Long as so-called blacks can't have it, we fine. And now, like Banoff, like Sis just said, 2025 and beyond, it's just gonna that 99. You want 9 out of 10 white women to vote conservative Republican for Trump?
That's gonna be tough.
That's tough.
And if you think about it,
that's tough.
20 years ago. My age demographic, 25 years ago, those women that were in college, I can almost guarantee you 90% of those white women went to college to find a husband. If I go back and look at a lot of my social media platforms and go look at a lot of the women that I went to school with, the white women versus the black women are either single and working, have, fabulous careers, as you would call it, or they're married and still have careers. The majority of the white women do not have they don't have regular careers. They are stay-at-home moms. They take care of their family. They may do, like own a little boutique or something that they do on the side just for themselves to make themselves feel good about themselves. But for the most part, they went to college and found a husband.
Find them a husband.
Found them a husband.
That's why Sarah Palin couldn't work but for so long. Because she's a traditional go to church. I do a little stuff on the side, but I want to cook. I want to raise my children and have my husband. That's why she was only a short 8 to 10 years, because that narrative, women didn't believe it. Women were like, nah, she don't even look like a single working class corporate woman. She's more.
But that's a whole different vibe of white women, though. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different. That is more of what. And she ain't who she is, not who she
claimed to
be. But she is playing a role of that type of a woman. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right, guys, we gotta move on to the next topic. And this next one, we're gonna flip it a little bit. Still staying on DJT. So first, Ruben Antonio Cruz, a lawful permanent resident from El Salvador, was fined $130 by ICE simply for not carrying his immigration documents, even though he has lived in the U.S. legally for years. While the law requiring non-citizens to carry papers has existed for decades, strict enforcement is rare. And this fine highlights growing concerns about racial profiling and bureaucratic overreach. Then, in a more shocking case, Maria Greeley, a U.S. citizen, was reportedly detained by ICE agents because she didn't look like her last name. Despite showing a valid passport, she was surrounded and questioned. And obviously this, calls into question her civil liberties and the fairness of the immigration enforcement. Who y'all think next?
Man.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys a question that's going to sound rhetorical, but it's not. Who are these guys? ICE. And of course we know, what the ICE stands for, where they come from, but for real, who are these guys? Go ahead.
Who is ICE?
Yeah, who are these guys?
Any and everybody?
Well,
this is the point that I'm making.
Yep.
Go ahead, Ayo. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No. Any and everybody. On top of that, I think to train the any and everybody, what this administration done was allow for a lot of those January 6ers to be pardoned, get out of jail, and join ICE and train the any and everybody's. Because that's why
they still recruiting for ICE.
Right. And I think it's a lot of the Proud Boys, a lot of the January 6 folks. They are the ones that make up the bulk of ICE. Because
can you see that picture?
Yeah, I can see it.
Can y'all see that picture?
Tilt it down a little bit.
There you go.
This dude, do that look like any type of public service servant?
No. That's militarized. That's a military.
That's militarized. And just like you say, man, we looking at maybe white supremacists.
Oh yeah,
militia groups.
Yep,
that's running around in ski masks with semi-automatic weapons, driving vans that have the authority to stop and pull anybody that they want to. You want to know why Trump is sending the National Guard to these different cities? It's not to clean up the cities. It's to protect these ICE agents.
Yep.
If the ICE agent coming, National Guard's coming behind them to make sure that they are protected, man. This is insane. They pulled them in a van, but not that they realized that they had papers and still charged them $130 fine. What kind of bull crap is that?
Yeah. So I truly believe when all the dust settles, I truly believe this is also a play or setup, because if, just say the Republicans lose the House and the Senate, and it's a what they call a blue bloodbath for the midterms and going into 2028, it just doesn't look like Republicans are going to retain the White House. It might be a blue landslide in this next election. If that's the play, do y'all know the amount of lawsuits that's going to be going out against these ICE dudes? These people, this will be bankrupt. Not we, but the nation will be bankrupt. You know how many people like this? You don't look like your last name. If this Republican administration get voted out, and you don't think she gonna sue? You had the ICE. You had a federalized, militarized police working in the name of the administration. You got them on the streets, like Ox said, hopping out with masks on, in vans, not demanding no ID, even if you got your papers on you, detaining you and fining you.
I think they're going to make it impossible for them to sue. I think every single one of those cases is going to get tossed out if that's where it comes to.
Man,
have you seen the ICE commercials?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen those ICE commercials?
Yeah.
If you have not, I implore you to go look up those commercials.
It's wild.
Go check it out for yourself. They are recruiting literally any and everybody.
Hey,
and if you really feel like being, I was about to say, if you really feel like being entertained, go watch the episode of South Park where they're talking about ICE and what they're doing. That Christy, know him?
Yeah.
The ICE Barbie.
Yeah, she's
something else.
She's something else. She got a whole different ruach, a whole different demon. Like
they all share the same ruach. It's just working in each of them differently. From her to Vance to the Secretary of War. You see what I'm saying? This is how they think. You know, this is how they think, dude. They are for real showing who they are. What did Paul say? He said that day should not come until the man is seen be revealed. We are seeing it in live time right now, man. We are seeing it. It says the man of sin, but get past the singular. Look at them as a whole, as a body, and how they are working, man. But not ask the question though, who do you think they coming for next? And obvious is Judah. Obvious is us. Obvious is us. But this administration is so wicked that I believe that before they even get to us, ICE subject to start snatching up these LBGTQ, the alphabetical people too. Because again, they cleansing the land for themselves.
I'm telling you. Tell them, Shaka Boom, go watch Handmaid's Tale. You only got to watch the first 2-3 episodes. Exactly what ICE is doing. They have the exact same thing going on there. The whole political climate, the way everything changed. You wake up one morning and all of a sudden, every company had to fire every single woman. You had these agents who they got out of nowhere that started implementing laws that they decided they were going to implement. They started throwing people in vans for breaking what they said were their so-called laws. I honestly believe where we are as a state of a country right now, the government that we know today is not going to be the government we know 6 months from now.
Yeah, I believe that wholeheartedly, man.
It is changing right before our eyes.
But then, and this did lead me to ask a question, man. Every time I try to pull something up, the stuff start dragging. How safe do you think that we are, though, for real? And I'm looking like down in the future, like just going to the grocery store. I don't know what the police is like in North Carolina, but here in Houston, dude, you can't drive 2 or 3 blocks without seeing a police car somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not like you could get in your car and be like, I'm finna skate to the grocery store and hope that I don't see a police. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's going to come a time when we're going to be out there on the roads riding. And I do believe that the time is coming where they just going to start stopping any and everybody. any and everybody for any and every reason.
Yeah, we've been saying it on this show for the last couple years. Don't be surprised if you see National Guard or the Army Reserve at the end of your block, standing there with a Humvee at the end of the road with a clipboard, making sure rationing gas, food, groceries by zip code. Where are you going? What's your name? Let me see your license. Okay, yeah, today is your day. Your zip code can go to the store. Make sure you get half a tank. Make sure you DC.
Think this digital ID is right now. See,
this is what's happened, and we've been saying it on this show for a few years now. We've been saying it, and this is what we are. So, to answer your question, I believe that as Israelites that keep Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, we will be protected. We'll feel the pinch, but you're gonna really have to have the Most High for these next
you have to have your house in order.
For real. You're gonna have to these Israelites, all this performance and looking good for listen, that ain't gonna save you.
It ain't gonna amount to a hill of beans.
You're gonna have to have ministry and the word inside your body. Performance, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, I just wanted to answer
the other thing. The other thing I think people need to start paying attention to is all of the information that they put out there in terms of when you take these surveys, when you do your online grocery shopping, when you're using coupons, they are collecting information. They are collecting data to use. I know Shaka Boom does not travel via airplane, but what I can tell you about these real IDs is now when you go to the airport, they scan your ID. Yeah. You don't think they collected information about where you're going?
Yep.
Where you're traveling?
Yep.
When you go certain places now, when they ask you for your ID, they're not just scanning it to ensure you are the age that you say you are and that your ID is valid. They are collecting data. It's going in a database somewhere. I promise you. Promise you that.
Yep. Yeah, but
I'm looking for where it is. Second Amendment, man. We was talking about this the other day. And this is one of the things that they have done to us as a people. They have removed us so far from knowing what real history is that we just sit back and we allow people to do whatever it is that we want to do to us. And when I'm saying us, I am slightly removing Judah and who we are out of this because they never intended for anything in this country to be ours to begin with. They did not create this here for us. The Constitution was not for us. But when this country flipped from a republic to a democrat in 1933, and the states were no longer considered territories, they was considered franchises to the United States of America. They also sold us into that system as well. But the Constitution itself and the Second Amendment, it was given to the people of this country, not so much for you to bear arms to protect yourself from your brethren or from your neighbor or from, it was given to you that for that. But if you go back and read the verbiage of the Second Amendment, it was really put in place for the people to protect themselves from a government that decided that they wanted to be too damn big.
Yep.
That's what the Second Amendment was really for. Yep. And this is where we are right now.
Yep.
You have a right, and this is what these red-blooded white Americans that throw them flags, come and take it flags. This is one of the things that they be talking. You have a right to protect yourself from this government because this government is no longer functioning in the capacity in what it is supposed to function in.
Yep. It's no longer republic.
It's no longer, exactly.
It's a democracy.
It's a democracy. And they have fooled the people in believing that a democracy is a good thing. It's not.
It's not.
I believe it was Thomas Jefferson who said, many of us have died to give you a republic. Now it's your job to keep it. And you lost it. And now you're dealing with a Donald J. Trump, who is, in my opinion, is trying his best to make himself the last president. Or, in other words, if I'm not, I'm going to pass it on to somebody that I choose to pass it on to.
Yep.
Choose. That is the operative word.
Choose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That was just my little rant, man.
You could. It goes back to Miss Greeley. Man, that's horrifying. That's horrifying, man. To be detained by immigrants and immigration and customs enforcement. That's cold-blooded, bro.
Because you don't look like your last name.
What does your last name look like? Because I know some Gonzalez's as black as a microphone tip.
Look at your pops.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, 100% Negro. But if you see him, what does he look like, baby?
He looks Dominican.
You know what I'm saying?
He looks like a Nessie. He gets confused for that all the time.
All the time.
See what I'm saying?
Customers they thinking he finna go out there and talk to a Spanish talking. He get to talking, they be like, oh, yeah.
And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that one of his hobbies is doing yards.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, let's get it today, man. But Maria Greeley, she may be married. She may have the last name of her last name could have been Gonzalez or Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? But she's a U.S. citizen with papers and still got detained. And so, like y'all said, that all they doing is just letting us know. We're letting y'all know who next. We don't care if you got birth certificate, license. You're gonna be detained. We're gonna give you the business.
And then going back to what Banath was talking about with these digital IDs and real IDs, you can have an ID, but if it's not a real ID in their eyes, you ain't got an ID. They're gonna have they're gonna have some detention centers for people who have not went down and got a quote unquote real ID. Now think about us as an example of this. I was just telling somebody the other day, blew his wig. Man, I had so many dadgum tickets. Man, my ticket sum was up in the thousands. Like for real. I lie to you not. Up in the thousands. If I told you how much up in the thousands, y'all would be like, "Shit, you lying." Nah. He not. I ain't lying. It was up there.
It was diabolical.
How long did she roll with no license, baby?
Ooh.
How many years has it been?
It was quite a bit.
It was
quite a bit.
Over 10 years, my guy. I'm driving with no license. I'm just cool.
He driving on grace and a prayer.
You understand me? Ask Sheer why he never went and got a license. Because Sheer know that if you go down to the DMV, Negro, to get a license, nigga, you ain't coming home. You fixed to do a trip from one jail to the next jail to the next jail. And some of these jails are like 5 and 6 hours away from home. Nigga, I wasn't finna go get no license. We talking real ID now. They telling you gotta have real ID. How many of us that is out here, how many of us that are out here right now got warrants, ticket warrants, they ain't finna go get no dadgum ID.
That's a trap.
Yep.
You gonna trap me off.
All right, on that note, we are going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, though. When we return, it's our Beyond Critical Race Facts educational spot. We'll also unpack Trump's declaration of the end of the Hamas war and what it could mean for the Middle East and U.S. policy. And we'll cover the tragic story of a Minnesota postal worker who died in police custody, raising questions again about police accountability and justice. Wow. Stay tuned, guys.
Yep. We'll be back.
And now, our feature presentation.
This your friendly neighborhood DJ by the name of Yoel Yahuda. This here is Valentine, but that don't mean we have to stay there because we back up. We going back to the future. Let me talk to him.
Don't have to stay. But we mess up many times, gotta set it straight. Whether we're better or we're worse, we gotta seek Him and praise Him. The script is made perfect in our weakness. We fall down. We don't have to stay. But we mess up many times, gotta set it straight. Whether we're better or we're worse, we gotta seek Him and praise Him.
This is a journey, and we sound.
See, part of me could be mad that I never made it, but then again, I'd rather be glad that I never made it. Cause you don't need a test, take it just to show you that a life you can stronger for some things that you go through. Success in Vegas and lessons indeed. Some things blew up in my face, so they were lessons to me. People see me and they wonder how I stand so tall. Meant the best and the worst, how to converse with them all. I'm a king in my own way, I stay with the word. The more you love folks, the more they kick you straight to the curb. Struggle is real, you probably say slow-mo. I'm always humbling myself, that's why I stay so low. Fall back, put in work, taking my precious time. Some folks be on your side, some afraid to see you shine. You need that real with you when you're setting your standards. That's the reason why I keep on my shiak and my grammar. Through the hours might I shine bright like flashlights. No more having bad sight, watching that fast light. I'm trying to be redeemed, singing that fresh theme. I keep the faith, watch it increase like fresh jeans. Still it seems I'm always in trouble, stuck in this tug of war because I'm known to struggle. Mistakes are okay, but on purpose is the worst kind. Gotta look at 1 John 1 and verse 9. Be delivered, it's not about your image. Some people think they hard, but they breakable. They lightweight, they shakeable. Trying to be a righteous man, still my mind got me caught up in the gym. It's like my life is deflatable. I wanna stand tough, live in the name of Yah, bruh. No procrastination, I'm making my mind up. I show respect, no more talking out of contact. And honestly, I'm in need of forgiveness before my time's up. We falling down, we don't have to stay. But we mess up many times, gotta set it straight. Whether we're better or we're worse, we gotta seek Him and praise Him. The script is made perfect in our weakness. We falling down, we don't have to stay. But we mess up many times, gotta set it straight. Whether we're better or we're worse, we gotta seek Him and praise Him. The script is made perfect in our weakness.
Let's start the show.
You are now listening to the Truth Be Told Flex Podcast.
There's no one, none like Him, not one.
Things getting crazy by the day, as you can see. A lot of people can't even earn no pay. How they gon' eat? All these places closing down and the war will never cease. Buildings even getting burned to the ground, ain't no peace. Most our people are delusional, refuse to see the truth. We can't grow as a tree cause we cut off at the root. They're asleep in the days, thinking everyone their friend in the streets. Wicked ways, but the world is about to end. Can't separate from other nations, won't live set apart. Unrighteous in their occupation, ungodly in their heart. We oppressed, always headed for destruction. Our success gonna fade, we won't receive any instruction. Yeah.
Yo, we are back.
We back. Ready to
Don't look like we went nowhere, do it.
I'm telling you.
Still there.
We're back like we left something.
Sometimes people, when y'all leave, just be gone.
All right, well, we're about to hit that Beyond Critical Race Theory.
One of my favorite segments of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where we step into our classroom and learn our past, present, and future. That's right. Let's dive in. Dive into what the world calls Beyond Critical Race Theory and what we call Beyond Critical Race and Culture Facts. With no further ado, let's get it. Yeah, we're going to continue our own This Day Never Forget series. And we was talking about this earlier with the whole HOA. I was asking the question, why do we want to be in spaces they know they don't want us? Well, we know and been knowing for a long time where we are not wanted. And this fits right into that. This is definitely something that I hold near to my heart, that we're able to do and shouldn't have never been had it taken away from us. The real reason why we come into this classroom and learn about the critical facts and the history that they do not want to teach, because this definitely is one of those ones that definitely get your blood boiling. But on this day, October the 14th, 1834, 4 people charged for teaching so-called black people how to read in Wheeling, West Virginia. This is sad. Listen to this. Check this out. On October the 14th, 1834, authorities charged 4 so-called white people with unlawful assembly for convening a literacy class for so-called black residents in Wheeling, West Virginia, a city in present-day West Virginia that was then part of Virginia. That day, a group of free so-called blacks met at a Wheeling schoolhouse to attend a literacy class taught by Ellen Ritchie, John Templeton, John Moore, and Stanley Cuthbert. When authorities learned about the gathering, they declared that the literacy class was against, listen, the literacy class was against the peace and dignity of the Commonwealth and charged the 4 instructors under an anti-literacy law passed 3 years earlier by Virginia's all-white legislature. That 1831 law, which led to at least a dozen prosecutions in Wheeling alone, declared that all meetings of free Negroes or mulattoes at any schoolhouse, church, meeting house, or other place for teaching them reading or writing, either in the day or the night, under whatsoever pretext, shall be deemed and considered as an unlawful assembly. The law authorized officers to enter the meeting space. Check this out. The law, listen carefully. The law authorized officers to enter the meeting space, break up the meeting, and subject any so-called black person found in attendance up to 20 lashes. White people convicted under the law faced a fine up to $50. That is equivalent to today about $1,800 and could be imprisoned up to 2 months. The law was part of a wave of anti-literacy laws passed throughout the South, targeting both free and enslaved so-called black people, as well as those assisting them. Similar legislation was passed in Georgia in 1829, Louisiana in 1830, North Carolina in 1830, and South Carolina in 1834. Yet, despite the criminalization of black education and the harsh legal and extrajudicial punishments inflicted on those accused of violating literacy laws, many of us courageously found ways to circumvent these laws. Historians estimate that hundreds of thousands of us acquired literacy during the era of enslavement. Never forget, on this day, October the 14th, 1834, up to 20 lashes by an officer if he had to come in and break up an anti-literacy assembly. Crazy, man. That definitely got my blood. Boy, I was so mad and heated reading that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If that was part of my history, I wouldn't want nobody teaching that either. I wouldn't want nobody to know.
True.
Shameful. What get me, and we talked about this last week, I guess if they make the law, that actually what make them be in good standings to do what it is. This is what the law say. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what the law say.
Right.
Like, well, the law didn't write itself. Where did the law come from?
Right.
Who created the law? Why was the law?
Who decided it needed to be a law?
Who decided that it needed to be a law? You dig what I'm saying? This is what the law say. You know, that's such bull crap, man. That is crazy. I like how afraid. Think about this. How afraid are they of us? For real, for real.
For real.
For real, for real.
For real.
That they spent all of their energies to make sure that we stayed at the bottom.
Make sure.
I love throwing stuff out there for y'all to do. You ever get a chance, go and check out 2 Ezra chapter 8 and chapter 9. Go read 2 Ezra chapter 8 and chapter 9, man. It hurt. It hurt the land that she had to spew us up out of there because we was not doing what we were supposed to do. Because we were not following the laws of the Most High. She didn't want to do it. She had to. And this is where we are right now. And we are suffering. And it make me mad when I hear folks say that every nation been under slavery to somebody. And nobody been up under the kind of captivity that we have been and that we are currently still under right now.
Yep.
Who's speaking for us right now? Ayo. Who got our back right now?
Who stands in the gap?
Huh?
Who stands in the gap?
Standing in the gap for us right now. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the Most High said in Isaiah. He told us that in Isaiah and in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, he said, look, man, ain't nobody gonna save you from this.
Nobody.
It's only one Yasha, Savior. It's only one. And that's him. It's him. And we can march all we want. We can cry all we want. We can kumbaya all we want. But until we get back to our power, it ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
You white people crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
20 lashes. 20 lashes. 20 lashes just for
wanting to learn how to read.
Here's the even sadder part though, guys. If you think about how many of our younger generation will not pick up a book to read.
Yep.
So when you talk about receiving lashes so that we could pave a way for you for people to be where they are, for us to be where we are, you know that saying, if you want to hide it from Judah,
put it in a book.
Put it in a book. It is true.
Put it in a book.
There are so many of our generation
that
refuse to read. If they can't listen to a video, if they can't watch it on TV, catch it on a TikTok, some kind of streaming service, they don't know nothing about it because they're definitely not going to read.
And you literally, on that note, says great soliloquy, great breakdown. On that note, you literally have a computer in your pocket where all this information you can punch
readily
it up.
Readily
available right there. Where all these old talking points they use, you could be like, well, in 1834, y'all was giving us 20 lashes. If some of y'all was trying to teach us just how to read. See, there's no talking point for that. You can't get out of that. That is documented. And like Sis said,
that gum Kirk to say some crap to that boy talking about you should be thankful that we brought you here, man. I try to slap that white that's on you off of you, boy, if you don't shut up. The hell is you talking?
Not the white.
No, let him keep it. Let him keep that color.
The hell is you talking?
He have it. He have it.
And I want to make this clear though, for real. And this is something that I've always said, and I believe this, and I mean this. This is no slight to our other Hebrew brothers that got a different ruach from what I got in front. I'm more than sure that my brother Ayob as well got. And this is how I teach my family as well. When I talk my ish, I be meaning every word that I say. But I always bag it up and let it be known that I'm not talking about all of them. Because all of them don't deserve it. I learned early that when you talk your ish about anything or anybody, you never put everybody of what you talking about in the same pot. You can't do it because everybody is not the same.
Right.
Just and this is not a coon in me. What I'm finna say, this is real talk. There are some good white people in this world.
You don't think
I done seen them.
The four who was trying to teach us how to read. You don't think they knew who we were?
You understand what I'm saying? But when I say white people get on my nerves, I mean it. And I'm talking about the ones who create the laws that said, if you find this assembly, give them 20 lashes.
Yeah.
Them white people I hate. Yeah. Them white people who decided that we gonna make laws to say that Negroes can't drink from this water fountain. They gotta, them white people I hate. Yeah. Those are the white people that's in power. Yeah.
The ones who can affect you.
The ones that can affect me. Yeah.
The ones that can implement racism.
Yeah.
Correct. Make it a law.
I mean that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Great beyond critical race fact.
Yeah,
Tonight, definitely history worth remembering for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Donald Trump has declared the end of the Israel-Hamas war. Yay! Right. Following a historic ceasefire agreement. The deal saw Hamas release the remaining Israeli hostages while Israel freed thousands of Palestinian detainees, including some serving life sentences. The agreement included military withdrawals, demilitarization of Gaza, and international oversight, with Trump calling it a new dawn for the Middle East. Despite the ceasefire, challenges remain. Human rights concerns persist as Hamas has reportedly executed alleged collaborators, and both sides have accused each other of non-compliance. The world now watches to see if this fragile peace will hold or if tensions could flare again. Did y'all watch it? Did y'all watch the peace talks?
Yeah, I watched that stuff.
Did you throw up in your mouth a little bit?
A little bit.
I was
A
laughing
lot
the
of
whole
bit.
time. I was laughing. I was like, man, this is comical. Like,
They really
Was
know
it
how
though?
to use those weapons. They really know how to use them. Like, how do you say that? And for what I understand, Israel fired a few bombs today. Like the
say that's where I was gonna go.
yeah, they
That's
didn't
where I
even
was gonna
last.
go. Like,
They didn't even.
this is what amazes me, right? An interjection at any time, both but not then Ayob at any time interjection, right? But this is what amazes me. I believe, and I could be wrong, that the only people that believe that there's going to be peace over there and that this is a good thing when it comes to us, it's going to be those Christian folks, right? And the older generation. They like real talk, because this is what they've been hoping for. They got this hope, you know what I'm saying? And they believe so much in Jesus, and won't he do it? You see what I'm saying? But if you believe that Nathan, Yahoo, BB is finna comply, you is out of your mind.
I knew it.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't say your rabbit.
Yeah, that too. How many times, I'm finna ask y'all a question. How many times did y'all hear the word peace that day?
Man, too many.
11.
How many times? I believe
It's
they
11.
had it up on the thing
They
too,
did.
right?
They did.
1 Thessalonians 5, 1 through 6 says, but of the times of the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Most High so cometh as a thief in the night. But when they shall say peace, shalom, and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should not overtake you as a thief. You are the children of light and the children of day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. That's a separation of good and evil, right? Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober and understand that something from this here is about to occur.
Yeah.
And I would not be shocked. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. And I'm hoping that I'm wrong. This is I say a lot of stuff that I be hoping that I'm wrong on, right? But I would not be shocked if we have a terrible false flag on this soil that Israel is behind, and they blame the Palestinians, man. Because the scripture says when they shall say peace and safety, and that's all they've been saying. Netanyahu is not finna, man, no, it's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we great take. Yeah, that again, like we were saying earlier, we have to make sure we are sealed by the ruach of the Most High in this hour, man. Because, like you said, it's definitely the veil is thin, and they know that. Whatever the Israelis have on Trump as a double agent, I really think Trump and Mike Johnson, the House Speaker, slipped up yesterday or today and said that Trump was an informant. He didn't slip up. He's right. I really do think Trump has been an informant for years for Russia and Israel. He's a double agent. He's a double agent.
He's a double agent.
He's a double agent.
He's a double agent.
Like the verse that I just brought out, there's no coincidence that the Christian church has said there was a rapture on September. Then they changed it to the 23rd to 24th. Then they changed it to the 26th through the 28th. Then they said, no, we got to go by the Enochian calendar. It ain't the Feast of Trumpets, it's the Tabernacles. Then they changed it to October the 6th through the 8th. Well, it's October the 15th. But the veil is thin. All that was allowed to happen because, like he just read, the thief in the night, you never know what night, when he's gonna come. You just gotta be ready.
It's gotta be ready, man.
Not like the five.
You can't not be listening to what's coming out of these idiot boxes.
Right. Whatever Netanyahu's saying, whatever Trump is saying, the Most High is like, it's all distractions. Just ye be ready. Because when I tell my son, Ruach,
right.
Let's roll.
That's right.
Malachim, angels, let's roll. What you think they're gonna do? They're gonna roll.
That's right.
And then the shout, just like
That's
that.
Right.
It's gonna be on and popping. So you just gotta be ready.
That's right.
But yeah, but I end that with they had the deal. They released the hostages. Then there was a little bit going back and forth within so many hours. And then this morning, apparently Israel and Bibi Netanyahu broke the ceasefire deal by firing 2 rockets on Hamas.
That's what
just like that,
man.
It's not even they didn't get to sign it. The ink wasn't even dry yet.
Yeah. So that dude is on a for real old Pharaoh type.
Yeah.
Ruach that's within him, man. Old, you know what I'm saying? You remember how Saul would lose his mind every now and then, and how Nebuchadnezzar lost his mind and he became like a wild animal. You know what I'm saying? This is Netanyahu right now, man. Like, I believe that he go to bed in one condition and he wake up the next morning in a whole nother condition. And go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, to land back off that before I forget it, you just said that about old girl Christy Noam and all the ice, and it seems like they do share some type of same kind of ruach that's just got them out their mind or something.
They just out of their minds right now, man.
They be in ceremonies with their ruach.
Right.
I guarantee you.
And the reason why I say a false flag, because and I know we pushing the envelope, but in the time that we got it, we gonna speak it, right?
Right.
Just go back and read the books. My wife just said, if you want to hide something, put it in a book. It is in the books. Who have been behind the majority of the false flags that we have had? These people that got these commercials that's running right now, what would you do if you saw somebody talking bad to a Jew? I seen that commercial doing football. I said, you got to be kidding me.
Doing the NFL and NCAA.
Doing NFL football. I said, you have got to be kidding me. Blue box is what they call them, man. Anti-Jewish commercials. You know what I'm saying?
And on
we're the
NCAA
anti-black
Saturday.
and Judah commercials.
Huh?
Yeah, right. No, I'm saying, and on it was doing the NFL, and I saw it a couple of times Saturday. Doing
college football.
Doing college football.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. And I asked my wife, I said, is it me or are they fabricating this Jewish hate stuff? Because I ain't never in the wild been out there and I just seen somebody just talking crazy about Jewish folks. Never in my life have I heard somebody just say, you know what? I can't stand Jews. Had that ever happened to you? But you know what I do hear? I can't stand niggas. Yeah.
That's all you hear.
Yeah.
From their
I
side.
see that all the time.
And they got some of us saying it.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. Say, I got this shirt because I don't know when a nigga might want to do. Nigga, that's your brother.
Right. That's
right?
your brother.
That's your brother. Why are you being tender-eyed against your brother? And they got this on real, man. Say, man, look, boy. Say, man, don't get talking about these boys.
All right. Well, since we don't want you to get to talking about it, I'm gonna let Ayo wrap this one up, and then we'll go on to the next topic.
No, I just when was the last time you heard one of us say, "Man, I just want to get some white people or Jewish people today"? Like I've never heard that. I don't know.
Right.
I just want to mess up some white people today.
Right.
And they got these whole campaigns going.
Like what? Like, and it ain't.
Well, you remember that
saying that.
No, it definitely is not us.
It's not us.
Well, you know, they quick to make up stuff, and then they got the other people making up stuff too. Because didn't we just see something maybe about 2 weeks ago, a white couple saying that a black guy made a comment to them about wanting to kill a white kid,
baby.
Wanting to kill their white child.
Yeah.
Not just their baby,
Yeah.
their white baby.
Yeah.
Like, what other colors the baby gonna be? Both y'all white. Come on now.
Kind of find out
That ain't
it was
stuff
a lie.
we just saying.
It was a lie.
Yes, of course it was.
Whole lie.
Of course it was.
That dude ain't said that to y'all. Ain't got no. Y'all picked the wrong dude. Y'all picked the dude that they said that got him arrested, and the DA was like, "We can't charge him. He has no criminal history, nothing. He ain't even been arrested for a traffic ticket, never." So you can't make this stuff up. Boy.
Good thing they ain't trying to get shared because traffic tickets it'd have been a problem.
Say, I'd have been the first Negro doing 3.5 years, but with no felony, no misdemeanor, just traffic tickets.
What you in here for, bro? Man, failure to appeal. Failure to appeal? That ain't no failure to appeal. 77 traffic tickets. For my
573 times.
When I called that lawyer and she pulled my stuff, she called me back. She said, "You been driving?"
Boy, I know she's seen all them tickets. Like, man, I hope you ain't been driving, bro.
Hey, we became good friends through that whole ordeal, man. The only reason I got my license for this job that I got right, well, no, it wasn't this one. It was the one before this one here. Because I knew I had to have a license.
Right.
Man, say, man, I wasn't worried about that license, man. Speed limit says 65. I drive 60. I ain't worried about getting stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Drive speed limit, tag straight,
man.
Put the signal light on, ain't got nothing to worry about.
I wasn't worried about it.
Yes, indeed. All right, guys. Let's we coming to the end.
Years old on my last license picture.
Dang.
Let me rein you back in. Reel you back in. There, thank you. All right, so in Eagan, Minnesota, 50-year-old postal worker Kinsley Fifi Bimpong tragically died in police custody after officers allegedly mistook stroke symptoms for drug impairment. Bimpong, who left work early with a headache, was pulled over for erratic driving. Despite showing clear signs of a medical emergency, confusion, and memory loss, officers did not call for medical help, assuming he was under the influence. No drugs or alcohol were found. Once in Dakota County Jail, surveillance footage reportedly shows him lying unresponsive on the floor for hours before medical attention was finally sought. Bing Pong later died, prompting his family to file a $120 million federal lawsuit against the city and the county. The lawsuit accuses police and jail staff of deliberate indifference and calls for systematic reforms to prevent similar tragedies. If you have not seen the video, I thought we had it, but if you have not seen the video, it is clear he was having a medical episode. I am not a medical professional, have never worked in the medical field, but it was obvious something was clearly wrong with this dude, and it wasn't drugs or alcohol. You know the difference between somebody who's impaired because of drugs and somebody who's impaired because of
Right.
alcohol.
You know the difference.
This was a medical issue. And they just let that man lay on the floor. And they have the reports that show that they were going in and checking on him. And they kept listing off different timestamps. Inmate okay. Inmate okay. Inmate okay. All during those sequence of times where they're checking off inmate okay, he is laying on the floor in his own urine.
Wow.
I don't know how many of the Truth Be Told Flex podcast people have been locked up for any reason at all. But once you go inside of those walls, you are no longer really considered a human for real.
Right.
You are for real at their mercy. And whatever their mercy is, and you can only pray that you come across some sensible correctional officers. Because the majority of them, like in big cities, like in Dallas, and I guess in Houston, I don't know, by the grace of the Most High, I haven't seen it inside of Houston's facilities yet, right? I'm not going to. I said yet.
Unfortunately, I have.
That yet. But but I know in Dallas, a lot of them are young too, like straight out of high school. You know what I'm saying? They're young, and and they go through a training to treat the inmates like hardened criminals, regardless of what
you in there for. Everybody gets treated the same.
Everybody get treated the same. I got food poison one time. I was telling my wife and my kids about it. And I thought I was gonna die. And I'm leaning on that button to go out to the command center, begging to go to the infirmary. They wouldn't budge. I had to fight that thing that entire night, dude. I have never in my life felt cramps and was as sick as I was. That was the worst night that I think that I have ever experienced in my life. And I was on the floor. So what this guy went through, I went through all except for the point of him expiring. You dig what I'm saying? This is not an uncommon thing in these jails, man. It's not. And it's sad, man. It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Food poisoning ain't no joke, especially inside of there. Because inside of there, breakfast, a hard-boiled egg, cold block of grits, right? A little cup of water, a little cup of orange juice. You ain't no
bologna sandwich.
Bologna sandwich for lunch. For dinner.
No, that was breakfast. It was breakfast.
Yeah, 2 hot dogs, not hot dogs, but weenies inside of a pale bun, and some cold hash browns, and a cup of Kool-Aid. So no wonder, like the food is horrible, the treatment is horrible, the facilities are horrible.
Officers are horrible.
The officers are horrible. So you really inhale. That's why I say, y'all people, hell is a state of mind. Well, is jail real? Like, all right, keep on playing. But yeah, this man, Kingsley Fifi Bimpong, that's sad. 50 years old to go out like that. And for them officers, nothing to happen. It's just, they made a mistake. Move on about your day. They'll do desk work for 2 weeks and act like they've been investigating them, and they'll come out and make a report that they acted within constraint, yada, yada, boom, boom, boom. Even if they do let them go, they'll say, hey, take off for 30 days, be with your families. We'll send word to the next county you're coming over to do the sheriff's work, fill out application, but take 45 days off. But we'll send word that you're coming over to fill out application in about 2 months, and you'll be hired right back. Don't worry about it. That's what I was
gonna say. They're going to hide him for a minute, and then they're gonna bring him back because the other thing that happened is one of the officers who was specifically hired and trained to detect medical emergencies versus drug and alcohol impairment actually refused to do the assessment and just said it'll be too much paperwork. Just go ahead and put him in a drunk tank.
Too much paperwork.
It's too much paperwork. It's not even worth it, is what he said.
what kind of soul you got? What kind of ruach you got to say that? To see a human being in need of medical attention, and you say it's too much paperwork. Yo, lazy big Taco McFankle head gonna be sitting down all night anyway. Boy, I had to keep it PG-13. I want to say something, boy, but I ain't gonna say it. That's what kind of soul and ruach you gotta have, bro.
Yeah, I looked it up before the show. Let me see if I got it. Hold on. Yeah, and I'm guessing that they haven't gave any numbers beyond 2019, but in 2019 there was 1,200 deaths in local jails across this country, nationwide, and that's a 5% increase from the 1,138 deaths that was in 2018. I couldn't get any current numbers, but that's 1,200 deaths that I'm more than sure that over 50% of those probably could have been avoided if they had got medical attention. We can't forget names like Sandra Bland. You know what I'm saying? And they tell us that she had a medical episode, but was it really? Nobody really know. You know what I'm saying? And they say that the leading cause of these deaths was suicide or drug and alcohol intoxication. So when you put drug and alcohol intoxication are the top cases of death inside of jailhouses, what that tell me is that you are using these as excuses to clean up what you want to call negligence to the inmates that are in your care. I don't care why you are in these jailhouses, what you have done to get in there. Once you are in custody of these facilities, you are in their care. It's no different than when you send your kid to school. Your child is in the care of that school during the hours that they are at that school.
Yep.
You see, it's no different. No parent send their child to school with the expectation of their child not coming back home. No parent that have a child that is in jail, in the local jail that I'm talking about, in a county jail, at a local jail, that's in here for something frivolous. And it happens all the time here in Houston, man. Matter of fact, just not long ago, there was a special need guy who was in there for the wrong thing just this year, man. He had no business being in there. Didn't come home. Got killed in there. You see what I'm saying? This is not an expectation, dude. They are in your care and you're not being able to care for them, man. And in this case, it's not that you couldn't care. All he needed was some medical attention. He would still be here. All he needed was for you to have a small amount of compassion. What was the women at? Because are not women known for having that type of compassion, that motherly compassion?
Being able to discern, like, nah, forget doing paperwork. He need to be
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, man.
Disturbing. Very disturbing.
Wow.
Man. And we talking jail. I'm supposed to go a step further. It's 58. We got 2 minutes. These nursing homes.
That's another.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. But all right then, people. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. For sure.
Thank y'all. And 395 subscribers, boy. We almost at 400.
We almost thorough.
We growing, family.
We
growing, man. All praise to the Most High.
Now, listen, thank y'all. We love y'all, and we will be back next month.
Couple weeks.
And with that being said, in the words of my favorite little person,
Where's that?